This is the 10 best purchases weight loss surgery edition. No matter where you are in your journey, each of these 10 things can and will make a difference. But let's jump into it. Number 10, let's talk about mental health for a second. Some of us don't know that we have mental health struggles before we have weight loss surgery, and some of us don't develop them until after. Number 10 on my list is a Cerebral subscription. Cerebral is a program that I absolutely love because it lets me have access to awesome mental health care right from the privacy of my own home. It's around $80 a month, and that includes any medications you might need, whether it's for mental health or insomnia. So first you have a virtual meeting with your provider, either a doctor or a nurse practitioner in your state who is licensed to prescribe medications. Even if you don't require any medications, they still put you in touch with someone who is certified, so a real doctor or a real nurse practitioner. From there, you get a monthly meeting with your care counselor who will walk you through any non-medication related mental health things. Mine has helped me discover meditation. She's helped me to stay on track and kind of regain my focus and see what my priorities are. She's also really good at troubleshooting. If there's something I'm struggling with that I'm trying to learn, or a new habit or that kind of thing, they've had some really great tips for me. And the best part is through the app, you have access to your care counselor 24/7. So you can send them a text message at 2 a.m. and they will respond back as soon as they can check the app. So I really like that. They also offer more sessions and weekly therapy for an additional cost. They are also covered by some insurance plans, so I would reach out to them and see if yours is one of the covered ones. Number 9, and this item is fairly new to me, but man, has it made a huge difference. Do you want easy mode protein shakes? Let's talk about the whipper. This little tool makes making a protein shake effortless and easy. If you're like me and you're not a morning person, I can kind of walk to the kitchen with my eyes half closed, dump a scoop of my protein into my coffee cup, add some almond milk, just enough to cover the protein, put my whipper in there and kind of zone out for 30 seconds while it does all the work for me. Everything is mixed together. It can pop right under my Nespresso machine, and voila! I have a protein coffee ready to go. It's also awesome for whipping up other stuff. I've used it to make scrambled eggs. I've used it to make instant pudding. I've even used it to mix protein powder into yogurts and soups. And the best part is a quick rinse under the faucet and it's ready to be put away for the next protein shake. No more dishwashers full of spoons. My absolute favorite part about the whipper, besides it being so easy and it making everything so smooth, no clumps, is that I can have my protein in a real cup. I'm 12 years out and I am sick of drinking out of plastic shaker bottles. I hate the feeling of drinking out of plastic. I hate the smell. I hate how the smell lingers in them no matter how many times you wash them or dishwash or bleach. And then shaking something for like a million seconds for it to not ever get really smooth, like I hate those things. Anyway, get the whipper, thank me later. All right, number 8, this is a self-care item. This is something I have been preaching to the choir, and almost all of my close friends who have had weight loss surgery have either been gifted or referred to this item because I believe it makes a huge difference. And I'm talking about body oil. I hate dry skin. After a weight loss surgery, I felt like my skin was always kind of dry and crepey. Like I felt like it made my skin look way older than I actually am. Enter body oil. Now I love dry body oil, but any body oil is good. It is real deep moisture. This isn't like a body butter that leaves you greasy and your clothes get stuck to it or hair gets stuck to it or any of those weird things. This is an oil that you put on, it penetrates super deep and your skin is like smooth and glowy. Even if you have stretch marks, which I have a lot, it even makes them look good. I mean, seriously, what kind of skin doesn't look good when it's shiny and glowy? Body oil also feels super good going on. It's like silky and the texture is just like this really nice feeling. So take the time to give your body a nice massage. For the ladies, your monthly breast exam is all that better with body oil. And also, when you're giving yourself a massage, it really lets you to explore and kind of experience this brand new body that you have. It also helps to minimize loose skin, as it gives it enough moisture that the skin is kind of plumper, and it allows the cell turnover to happen quicker. Falling in love with your new body can be hard, but using some body oil, giving yourself a massage, and really falling in love with the transformation, it really makes a big difference. And you can always use different types of body oil. There are scented and my personal favorite, tinted. My all-time favorite body oil is by Nars. It smells like a coconut dream beach vacation, and it has this hint of bronze and gold glitter, not glitter, shimmer in it, but your skin just gets this beautiful bronzy glow, and it makes your skin so soft, smooth, and smell amazing. Number 7, and this should probably be further down on the list because it is extremely important, but I'm gonna be honest, I feel like you already know this and I had to put it on the list, but it's vitamins. Okay, listen, you have to take vitamins forever, like forever, ever, like ever, forever, ever, ever, ever. Find one that you like, one that you can tolerate, and most of all, one you can afford for the rest of your life. Bariatric vitamins are the best because they are formulated specifically for our unique situation. But please be aware, if you've had a procedure like the duodenal switch or some of the distal gastric bypasses, you will need an additional vitamin because most bariatric vitamins are missing vitamin K and vitamin A, which you need after those procedures. Next, no kids' vitamins. We are grown adults here. I don't care who told you it was okay. I have spoken to so many surgeons and doctors and medical professionals, and Flintstone vitamins or kids' vitamins is not the ticket. Vitamins also help with a lot of things like hair loss, energy, mood, sleep, and weight loss. My favorite vitamins, as I've told you guys a bazillion times, are by Bariatric Eating. I generally take the J1s, which is a 1-a-day vitamin. They do have a chewable, which is the J2s, so you take those twice a day. Currently, I'm taking some vitamins from Ritual because I have a little bit of a specific vitamin need right now, but Bariatric Eating vitamins are great. And they also carry these items called jellies. So if you are low in vitamin D, vitamin B12, you want to take omega, you need a fat burner, they have these jellies. They come in a little perforated thing so you can like pop them out. They taste great, easy to travel with, and super easy to absorb because they were made for bariatric patients. Okay, number 6, get a great haircut. There are a few things on my list that are a little bit spendy. The next 2, for sure. Get a great haircut, like a really, really good haircut. Like go online, read the reviews, and find somebody that has a wait list or everybody raves about how good they are. Next, when you book your appointment, book a 15 to 30 minute consultation prior to your appointment. That way nobody's rushing, you can explain how you feel and really give that stylist time to figure out what's gonna look best on you. With the dreaded hair loss after weight loss surgery, a lot of us are left feeling really insecure about our hair, and it sucks. Sometimes we just feel really ugly because hair is falling out, it's getting really thin, it just looks terrible, and a great haircut can really help with that transition. You can feel good about what you see in the mirror. It's so weird because our bodies change so quickly, and being able to look and say, oh, we have a new haircut and a new look, it kind of makes everything work together, and you don't feel like such a stranger in your own body, if that makes sense. For those of you who are terrified of short hair, I get you. I hate short hair. And I know you're saying, but Kelsey, you have short hair now. And there is a joke that I have with one of my dear friends who is a hairstylist. You can have blonde hair or you can have long hair, but never both. So because when I had weight loss surgery, I lost so much hair, and I hated it. So I got hair extensions. I was in Japan and I was lucky enough to have a method that I haven't been able to find in the United States, but it was super safe for my hair and sort of masked any of the major fallout. If you are gonna get hair extensions here in the US, pick a method that is not going to further damage your hair and that is good for thinning or thin hair. I recommend invisible bead extensions. It's really good for thinning hair and really allows you to kind of keep your signature look if you have these long, flowing, beautiful locks, or maybe you just want to switch things up. Anyway, get a great haircut, change up your hair, try to find a way to feel good because the hair loss doesn't last forever and not everybody goes through it. I went through it extremely badly and I have a couple of friends who didn't have any hair loss. So it's kind of up in the air, but the vast majority of people will experience some moderate to severe hair loss. All right, number 5. This one is also a little bit spendy. It's also a weird one to include, but I really wish I would have done this. And I have seen so many people since have done this and have been so pleased with it later that I really think this belongs on this list. And that's professional photos, before and after. By professional photos, I mean real photographers with studio lights and touch-ups on the images after. You want these to be magazine quality images. Why? Because chances are you didn't have weight loss surgery because you hated your body. You most likely had it because you want to be healthier. And having beautiful pictures of the old you and beautiful pictures of the new you allows you to really embrace that transformation and not live in a situation where you feel like you have all this regret. And you can be proud of yourself no matter what. Plus, you'll blow everybody out of the water on Transformation Tuesday. All right, number 4, let's get into the cooking stuff, right? An Instapot. So unless you've been living under a rock, you either have heard of the Instapot or you maybe even own one already. This is like easy mode meals. You can now make meat so soft, so fork tender, so moist that you can eat it and actually digest it and not feel like you just ate rocks. And if you live somewhere that gets hot in the summer, guess what? You don't have to have your oven on all day to be able to have meat that's fork tender. This is so fast. But it's not just meat. You can do so many crazy things with this thing. Do you want to make your own dairy-free, sugar-free cheese? Instant Pot can do it. You want to make yogurt? No problem. What about sugar-free applesauce? Easy. Or pretty much anything. Instant Pot has a recipe. I've recently bought the air fryer lid attachment, and we've been enjoying that quite a bit because I actually like kind of crispier foods, and I can actually transition my family into healthier versions of their favorite foods as well. It's win-win. All right, number 3. While we're on the topic of food, let's talk about the food scale. If I were to ask you to measure out 2 ounces of cottage cheese, would you be able to do it accurately? I wouldn't. The food scale makes things like this so easy. It has adjustments for plates, so you can put the plate on, hit the whatever button it is, and then it goes to 0, and then you can actually add your stuff. So there's no more trying to weigh stuff and like weigh the plate before and all that kind of math. And I mean, nobody has time for that. It also makes things a lot easier for those of you in the very early stages because, as you know, after you have weight loss surgery, your nerves have been cut. So you're not really gonna get that satiated, full feeling. And you want to be really careful not to overeat. So a food scale makes it super easy and super accurate on how much you're actually eating. It's also a really great way for me to stay on track. I can measure out my chicken breast and know exactly how much I'm eating or how much salad dressing I'm adding. It's so simple. It also makes cooking a lot easier rather than dirtying like 5 measuring spoons and a bunch of measuring cups. I can just weigh everything out. Easy. All right, number 2. And this is actually number 1 for me, but I decided my actually number 1 was more important. So this was number 2, but this was number 1 for me. Shapewear. I know we are not losing weight to have to squeeze into anything ever again. I get it, I know. But the cold hard truth of it is a lot of us are still gonna have loose skin after. Have you ever tried to run with loose skin? Ouch. Or run like this? Ouch. Not only run, but have you ever put on a breezy dress and tried to walk through your office or walk in the mall and it feels like your butt is on its own gravitational pull than the rest of your body? Or you feel like you have to roll your boobs up to put them back in your bra because your boobs have gotten smaller, but the skin around them doesn't know that. Two of my die-hard wear every day favorite items in the shapewear category are sports bras and shaping tights. First, I wear my normal bra, but I then put a sports bra over top. It's super lightweight, it has no support on its own. It's often called sleeping bras because I have a lot of extra skin on my boobs, and when I wear my bra, my regular bra, it feels like the skin is like sliding all over the place. And a lot of times you'll get it, it'll like poof up right here or it'll start falling out in there, and it's also really uncomfortable. And I feel like, you know, if you're doing any kind of strenuous walking, God forbid, like your boobs are like all over the place. So this acts like a little harness. It keeps everything in, but it also doesn't take away your shape. So you have the bra and your boobs, and then you have this over top to hold everything in. Feels tight, comfortable. Everything is smooth when you put shirts on. When you wear button-up shirts, there's no more busting open because everything is contained. And the reason why I don't just get a sports bra is because I don't want to have a uniboob, right? Like, I like how my boobs look in a regular bra. They're just not very functional. So putting the two together is awesome. Okay, shapewear tights. This is a hard thing for me to talk about because my very favorite tights in the whole world have been discontinued. They were called Flexies by Maidenform. A friend of mine told me about them. I bought one pair. I now own like 30 pairs because I literally wear these every day. There are lots of shaping tights out there, so I'm sure you can find some. They just need to be high-waisted and somewhat compression. I would also recommend that they go down below your knees. If you're like me and you have some loose skin around your knees, there is nothing that looks worse to me than having that bubble from the shapewear. Like when you buy those ones that are like shorts, I'm like, who wears this? Like if I had thighs that didn't bubble like that, I probably wouldn't need to wear this, right? So I keep capri ones for the summer and full length long ones for the winter. And I wear them under everything. Yes, everything. I wear them under tights with dresses and skirts. I wear them under jeans, sweatpants, athletic wear, you name it, those will go on my body first. Why? Because it keeps my body super smooth. So the pants that I put on go on like they're supposed to. There's no like sucking in, and sometimes the pants aren't high-waisted enough or they don't go in they sit weirdly. If you have shapewear tights on beforehand, everything is smooth. So the pants just sit where they're naturally supposed to. It also keeps my body tight. So not only do I look slimmer, which is great, but I also feel better because everything feels like it's part of my body. Nothing feels like it's hanging or has its own sense of gravity. And that in turn makes me feel better about how I look. It helps with my self-confidence. It helps with everything. You ever have those days, I know I have them all the time, where you're in your closet and you hate everything you own? I rarely have those days now because when I do the sports bra over top of my bra and the shapewear tights, everything I put on looks like how it's supposed to. And that is such a great feeling. If you suffer from anything like lymphedema or anything that requires compression, this can also help you greatly. Plus, if you wear it soon after surgery as you're losing weight, it can help with loose skin. Seriously, try it. You won't be disappointed. And number one, the best purchase that I have made since I have had weight loss surgery is protein powder. I know some of you are like, done. Listen, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I am certified and licensed in cosmetology, aesthetics, lash extensions, nothing to do with the medical field. But I still give this advice to every single person that I meet who is thinking about weight loss surgery, who is having weight loss surgery, or who has had weight loss surgery. Find a protein powder that you love, not one you tolerate, that you love. Most surgeons and doctors tell you can't live the rest of your life off protein shakes, and they want you to start phasing it out as soon as you start real food. I'm here to tell you, after 12 years, I think that is complete bullshit. I still have 2 to 5 to 7 protein shake servings every single day. I'm not kidding. I start my morning with protein in my coffee every single day. You need to find one that you can literally love for the rest of your life. It doesn't have to be one flavor, but find a brand that works for you. Don't do this pre-op. Your taste buds may change, most likely they will. And so if you stock up on a bunch of stuff that you loved pre-op, you might not love it post-op. So wait until you're post-op and try a bunch. Don't settle for one that's like, oh, this is okay, but the aftertaste is kind of weird, or this one's okay if I mix it with this and add this and do this. No. Try a bunch and find one that you can fall in love with. If I'm gonna be honest with you, just go to Bariatric Eating, find a flavor that speaks to you, that sounds like what you like, because their flavors literally taste like what they're called. So like Dutch chocolate cake is not a milk chocolate weird box cake. It's like a real Dutch chocolate cake. So it's a little bit bitter and it's like that rich chocolate. Find one on the website that you think you might like and try it. Seriously. And I'm not saying that because I've drank them every single day for the last 6 years, but I've also had to live off of very, very bad protein powders in the past. And Bariatric Eating, thank God, has gotten it right. The thing about protein powder, and the reason why it's number 1 on this list, is because it's easy. You can make it in a car, you can make it on a train, you can make it on a plane. It's easy to pack and it's even easier to store. It doesn't require refrigeration or any kind of special temperature. It has a long shelf life. And I know what you're thinking. You can't stand another protein shake. Well, guess what? You don't have to have protein shakes with protein powder. I drink 99% of my protein in coffee, literally. 1 scoop into my cup, enough almond milk to stir it up and make it wet, and then I use my whipper, throw it under the Nespresso, and I am good to go for the day. In fact, right now I have one going on. I just like my protein warm, and it's kind of reminiscent of a Starbucks like cappuccino or something like that. They taste great. But you can also make it into sugar-free pudding. You can mix it into yogurt. You can mix it into soup. You can make popsicles. You can mix it into cottage cheese. You can mix it with water, anything. You can even make ice cream. One of the main reasons why I love the Inspire protein from Bariatric Eating is not only that it's delicious, because it is, but also it mixes really, really easily. I watched a 75-year-old man mix it with skim milk in a paper cup and a broken stir stick and come out with blender-like smooth consistency. Like, are you kidding me? Did I mention it can also be mixed into coffee? Seriously, Bariatric Eating protein is the best. And hello, you need your 60 ounces of protein today. What have you eaten? Maybe meat's making you sick like it does for me, and eggs are always iffy. But guess what? Each serving of protein is 20 grams. So easy. Seriously, having this protein powder around will save you so many headaches and anxiety and feeling like, oh my God, there's nothing I can eat here. Like, what am I gonna do? Or if you're traveling and you stop at the convenience store and guess what? Everything's either full of fat, full of sugar, full of carbs. Protein powder will always have your back. Okay guys, that was my list of the top 10 best purchases I've made since weight loss surgery. What did you think? Was there anything on my list that you don't agree with, or anything that you would have added? I'm dying to hear. Do you want to see my top 10 makeup and skincare purchases? Let me know down below. And I've recently launched this brand new thing here on my channel. It's called membership. You can click the join button if you would like. With your membership, you get access to these really cute little member-only emojis. You also get a personal shout out in all of my videos, And you get a one-on-one 20-minute call with me. We can discuss anything from your goals to questions, tips and tricks I might have. We can do a makeup lesson, whatever you want, it's up to you. So if you're interested, hit the join button. If you're new to my channel, please hit me with a subscribe and a like if you liked this video. And as always, you guys, be kind to yourself, be kind to each other, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.